Welcome back, everybody. Just a quick programming note. We are getting word that Erica Kirk, of course, Charlie's wife, might be speaking soon. So if she does, we will absolutely go there. But on that topic, we're going to stay on the life and the legacy of Charlie Kirk, because he left an indelible mark on the conservative movement and on America, especially in his passion for sharing the conservative message with young people on college campuses. So with us to provide a little more insight on how important Charlie was to America's younger generation are two campus reform correspondents, Michael Duke, who is a student at Fordham University, and CJ Womack, a student at UCLA. Guys, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. I want to get both of your responses to this, but CJ, I'll go to you first. The last election, the youth vote swung for President Trump in absolutely historic numbers. I think that Charlie Kirk had a lot to do with that. Do you agree?
You're 100% right. Charlie Kirk almost had everything to do with it, because he reached out to the younger generation, Generation Z, my generation, and he taught us the very principles that set America's foundation: free speech, debate, talking to each other without violence. And that's why you saw, the Generation Z swing in Donald Trump's favor, was because Charlie Kirk was the one who was out there on the college campuses. He was the one that was talking to us. While society and higher education shut the door in our face, Charlie Kirk was the one that taught us, no, you have the debate, you talk to people who disagree with you. And that's the way that he swung my generation towards the conservative side.
Beyond the generational change, I know that Charlie personally impacted each of you two gentlemen. I'd like for each of you to weigh in about just how he affected you personally as you were going through your journey as students and becoming young men and joining the civic discourse of politics in America.
Yeah, well, Charlie Kirk, the legacy that he has is immeasurable. And the mark that he has on my life is also immeasurable. If I was not invited to go to a Turning Point USA event where Charlie was speaking in my home state of Arizona, I'm from Scottsdale, Turning Point is based out of Phoenix. If I did not go to that event, I don't think I'd be as proud to call myself a conservative. I would not be sitting in this chair today. I would not have my passions for politics and passions for being a conservative. And I think even further than that, I learned a very important lesson from Charlie, which is that I saw that he was going into the belly of the beast on some of the most liberal campuses. And I said to myself, if he can do it, he's a conservative, I can do it as well. I went to Fordham University in the most socialist place in America, in New York City, and I wanted to do exactly what he did. And I am very happy to say I'm going to continue speaking out, being proud of being a conservative, and carrying the torch as best as I can.
Great.
Michael, I'll stay on you because you're from Arizona. I had someone comment on one of my social media posts saying that her daughter was a waitress at one of Charlie and Erica's favorite restaurants. And it's very easy to be on. It's very easy to be polite and to be professional and to do all the things that you espouse when you know the camera's rolling. But when you're out at a restaurant with your family and it's just your casual life, that's when you really see someone's true character. And that was Charlie Kirk. He was always on. He was always nice, wasn't he?
He really was. I've had the pleasure of having met him before he was assassinated the other day, and I can say he is a man of incredible character that I am very happy that he had the ability to leave that mark on students like myself, on students like CJ. There is so many students in America, so many young people in America who he has had such a positive impact on. That is going to be his legacy. Turning Point USA is not going anywhere. Charlie's videos are still out there. Every word that he spoke, every lesson that he has to offer, and his entire mission is still very much so alive, and it's up to us, and I challenge students like myself, carry that torch. Who is going to, now that he's gone? It is up to us. Yeah. Charlie, he fought for our seat at the table as Gen Z students. He gave us everything. He gave us the chair, the table, the placemat, and the plate. It's time for us to sit down and start going at it.
Yeah, well said. CJ, we see in the shooter that we now have and the inscriptions on his ammunition that he used to assassinate Charlie, this dark world that he apparently was roaming in the gaming world and in Discord, in the social media. It seems like there is a concerted effort to drag young Americans into a dark place. And that dark place's message is, if you don't agree with me, I'll cancel you, and if I can't cancel you, I will kill you. And I think those chilling words and the inscriptions give us a little word into the lingo and the mindset, but how pervasive are these approaches to young people to drag them into that dark place, that anti-fascist, kill your political enemy mindset that clearly this assassin had?
Takes you into a very dark place, and it's happening on our college campuses, right? I, like Michael, spend a lot of time as a conservative in a blue city in Los Angeles, and we're seeing it. We're seeing it firsthand. And it comes from our teachers. It comes from our leaders. It comes from the people that we're supposed to be looking up to that are feeding us this venom inside the classroom. And again, God rest his soul, credit to Charlie Kirk. He's the one who pulled us out of that. He's the one who took us out of the classroom and into the plaza, into the quad to have conversations when people inside the classroom were feeding us absolute nonsense. So at the end of the day, we need to take a hard look in America at our college campuses, at our education system, like Charlie would have wanted us to. And I just have a simple message. This venom is not going to stop us. We're not going anywhere. Gen Z is not bowing down. We're not backing up because Charlie Kirk, he would have wanted us to keep fighting. And that's exactly what we're going to do. And we're going to do it in Charlie Kirk's name. We are Charlie Kirk now. And if you thought that a bullet was going to kill ideas, if you thought a bullet was going to kill principles, you were wrong. And we are not going anywhere. We are here to stay. We are here to fight. And we're fighting for Charlie now.
I know you are.
Right.
CJ Womack, Michael Duke, you guys are a fire for your generation. Thank you so much.
Worthy
for being
successors to
here.
Charlie, I would
Absolutely.
say.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you both.
Good guys.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. After the break, Father Frank Pavone is going to be with us to break down the terrible tragedy of Charlie's assassination. You know, why bad things happen to good people, but let's send you off on a positive note and get a word of faith from him before we head out for the weekend. That's on the other side of this break.